This college football conference championship edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Brandon Lang. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Hut hike.
Yes, we're here talking college football conference championships and a little FCS playoff. We got it all. Joining us on the line from the college experience, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
One moment. Might be frozen.
Okay.
There we go.
Beam me up. How you doing?
What's happening?
I mean, it's a good time to be alive. The college basketball slate tonight, guys. Oh my God.
Yes.
Colby, ask me.
Syracuse is back, huh?
Ask me if I came in and just put down a larger than normal bet on UConn on the road to take down Kansas. Sharp action
nice
by
little
me.
revenge game there.
Great game. I thought you were going to say your Hokies, which was a great game too, in overtime, taking down the Gamecocks there.
I have been enjoying not betting on my Hokies.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Just enjoying it as a fan.
Oh yeah, and because I learned that the anytime things are going well and I start putting money behind it, it's not. That's when the FML tour. It's been some years since the FML tour has gone out to cities and played some live shows, but yeah, I don't need to do that to Mike Young and his team right now. The recruiting news for the Virginia Tech Hokies is so good on the football side. I'm getting in a lather every. I mean, I sent a message to someone. Shout out to Sully today. I had touted that we were going to get a guy named Fat Rat 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Today we got the guy named Fat Rat.
Fat Rat gonna get the cheese.
T-Ron also signed a 3-star defensive lineman. I mean, Penn State is in shambles, Sean. They don't have any recruits.
Well, and how about they learned the hard way.
Coach.
They tried to get Kalani Sitake. I don't know if you guys saw this, but
and then the crumble cake money came pouring in. I love it. There's like college football is great for this stuff. You know, supposedly he was driving to the meeting where he's going to tell everyone he's leaving, and then they bring in the crumble, the cookie money. They pull him over to get him out of the bag.
It's like
hey,
old
we
school.
got your cash here.
They
right?
show up with the van.
Yeah, I just imagine Satake, and then they just grab.
The reports were crazy. They got to him before he got to the scheduled meeting where he was going to tell his team he was leaving. Like what?
And then, of course, the Lane big news, which you saw this coming for so long.
I got to I may have had some bad takes about Lane Kiffin a couple weeks ago.
What were your takes?
Thinking he could be an interesting candidate for the New York Football Giants. No, thank you. What a fucking dumpster fire.
Colby, I assume you support Lane doing what's best for him and his family, and getting the money. The funniest part was. Well, I'm sure you guys talked about it or you saw it, that even his like statement, even though they wanted me to finish coaching, and then the offensive lineman was like, no one wanted you to finish.
The players were pissed that he tried to take all the coaches.
Yeah.
The players were pissed that he tried to sabotage the end of their season. They're a very interesting chip on their shoulder guy. Charlie Weiss Jr. got on the plane, got heckled, and then got a return flight because he's back calling the plays. Here's the question. It's crazy. Joe Judge going to be a prominent assistant in the program going forward. So all rise. Colby, here's the question I have. Now, reasonably, how many years does Lane Kiffin have for success before he gets fired?
I'd say 3 to 4 because it's a crazy place to expect.
Does he does he reach the 6th seed in the college football playoff in the next 4 years at LSU?
They're talking about expanding. So I mean, the 6th seed, I don't think so.
Does he
but I'm
reach
gonna
the
say, I'm gonna
same
say
heights
no.
that he's walking away from? I mean, I get it. It's a big bag. It's hard to ever tell someone they should walk away from a big bag.
Come on, man.
And especially Lane Kiffin. Like, when the fuck has he given a shit when anyone else thinks about him?
He's had some hilarious moments, and
he's a hoe. He got called a hoe. He didn't like it, but then he turned back into a hoe.
Use a hoe. Remember that song?
Bend over and spread my cheeks for a bag. Yeah, let's do it. And
I don't know as a coach how all season I'm sure you're preaching togetherness, sacrifice, putting it all on the line, cohesiveness, esprit de corps, and then when you have a chance, all right, see you guys later. So
he's the opposite of James Franklin. Just an all American guy building a program. Yeah, well, I just think this is the most obvious dumpster fire that's going to fail. And I can't wait for the, it's already starting to leak out a little bit, but the LSU football bankrupts the state of Louisiana stories in about 4 years they're not going to be able to fire him. They might be stuck with him. I read a thing that they still owe Les Miles a bunch of payments.
Well, someone pointed out they're like 45th in reading in the country.
They don't spend their money in the right places. Now, as football guys, we're okay with that. If you want,
that is the right place.
If you want to fuck off on regular school and just focus on football, that's fine.
Yeah, but also too, this is kind of on the people in and what he did is shitty, especially to your team. It's one thing if you're playing a meaningless bowl game, but to walk out on a chance to win a national championship, I mean, it would be a great story if the kids are just like, hey, fuck you, we're gonna win the whole damn thing anyway. That would be a fun story. As someone who has a Texas Tech future, I would not want that story, but they're 25-1 to win it all. And you look at the path and you look at the teams in the playoff. It's not crazy that they could go on a run. Now we'll see how they respond here with no head coach. But Colby, where are you at?
I thought it was completely cheap. I mean, the guy's he only cares about himself. To me, like people said, "Oh, well, this is a once a lifetime opportunity." What are you talking about? Next year, he could get the Florida State job. He could get his dad coached at NC State. He could get the NC State job. He could get the Nebraska job. He could get the Penn. There's a million jobs that are going to open over the next couple of years. This is one where you should have swallowed it and said, "Hey, even if you won it out of Mississippi, he had an opportunity 2 years ago. Almost did it, right?" You've had your fucking chances. It will come back around. You're still, if you went to the playoffs, you still would have been a very hot name the next year, even if you went 7-5. So I thought it was completely cheap. It shows his character, and to me, it's disgusting. I think it's a real problem in college football. I think it's something that I would say the sport is really in a dangerous spot. It's stupid to have a playoff system where you have North Texas and Tulane playing, where you have two coaches that are not even at their universities.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's really terrible for the sport. It shows, and those are your guys that are supposed to be in charge of, teaching kids what to do. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, can't we come together and say after the season's over, that's when you can sign recruits. That's when you can sign head coaches. That's the transfer portal. Just as soon as the day after the national championship, you get 2 months, all your transfer portals, all your signings, head coaches included, and make it easier. Why do we have this staggered system? It makes
come at the Big Ten
portal because
come at the Big Ten though. No. Come at the Big Ten. I mean, look, the semester is always going to be a problem, right? The semester until they're not actual students, it's always going to be a problem. But this past year, they voted on a one-time transfer portal, and the SEC, to their credit, they wanted it in April. The Big Ten fought for it, and I think some of the other conferences to be in January at this time. So because of that, you are seeing. I think they would have let that like all these coaches. JMU's coach just left too, so that's another one. Another one that could get to the playoffs. So that is probably why they want them to start right away. Is saying we need to attack this portal right away. We got guys leaving. We got to get our roster together. If you push this shit to April. Yes, signing day would still be a thing, but signing day is not as relevant as it was years ago. So I think this is all it's all terrible for the sport. I mean, it really is it's really just
And
such
you
a
would think
bummer.
if the TV networks control things, wouldn't they want a better product? Like it seems like a very easy solution. Like go figure it out. Also, it does seem like Chesney's going to coach JMU if they make it.
Still, I look, and
reports.
I believe like his heart's in the right place. I heard him speak, and I do believe his heart's in the right place, unlike Lane. But I also think like even though you're saying that, you have to be dialed into who are we signing at UCLA? What have you talked to this kid? This kid here from he's in the portal. Check out his tape. So even with your best interest, I still think you can't be going 100% on your game plans and everything else.
You can't be locked in. It's just impossible.
Yeah, and it's terrible. North Texas hasn't had a football season this good since like the '60s, right? And you got like
it's hard.
Imagine Jimmy Larinaga. Imagine Jimmy Larinaga at George Mason right before the tournament, before that run, saying, "Guys, Miami's calling. I'll be there, but I'll come back every game. I'll fly back."
It's gonna keep happening because these teams that go on a run, whether it's JMU, North Texas, who have a shot to sneak into the playoffs and have a magical season, and what makes it interesting about the college football playoff expanding the field, those are the first type of coaches that are going to be snatched up, and those are the coaches at least you can be somewhat sympathetic for because 100%. They might not have that chance again. Lane is the least sympathetic of the bunch.
They're all cashing in, but for the group of 5 coach, you're leveling up your situation, and I don't think again anyone in a competitive field would 100% take that challenge. So,
but there wouldn't be the rush for it without that portal.
No, I agree with you. Like why they have this thing that creates unnecessary chaos that causes coaches to leave good teams who are going to be playing in the playoff. It causes players to opt out.
Yeah.
And transfer even if their team makes the playoff. That just seems like if you're the TV executives and you know nothing about football, you don't want to cast this show and then have half of your hot actors say they're not going to act in the show. I'm translating for the TV executives.
Well,
they act in the show, and that's all this is. It's the dumbest shit ever.
Well, it speaks to the character too, man, of like what's going on. Oregon State went to hire Montana State's Brent Vegan, right? He was going to be their next head coach, but Vegan said, "We're in the FCS playoffs. I'm not leaving my team behind. So you guys got to wait." And they told him to kick rocks. But my respect, that's a dude right there. Like that's to me, you ask your players for your commitment and you should return the favor. So he didn't get a Pac-12 job at Oregon State because he said, "I'm staying it through. If you want me, I'm available after the year." Right. Whereas you see the Lane Kiffin situation going to a rival and just betraying his whole team. And you know, it's just nasty for the sports. It's a terrible look for college football and college athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why the NFL is better, right?
The thing is,
free agency is a fixed period in the off season.
I mean, again, seems like a very obvious solution. What transfer portal, NIL, all that. Colby just moved his.
That's doing it on its own. Yeah,
you have the time when football's played, and you have the time when football's not played.
Yes,
everything pauses when football's being played.
It's very simple. Head coaches, players cannot transfer, cannot leave teams until the final whistle blows in the national championship. After that 2-month window, do whatever you fucking want. And then everyone's on the same level ground. Hey, if you want to do some back dealing, tamper behind the scenes, sure, that's always going to go on. Well, but at least like officially, hey, I know I'm not going to miss out on a head coaching job by coaching my team until the end of the season. What am I missing? It sounds so dumb.
Well, the problem would be is if you went to do that, one of the conferences would not agree, and that would be their edge. That would be their competitive edge, right? Yeah. Is one of the conferences would not agree, and they would get the coaches earlier. So, and then if you did it to a certain school would sue the state.
Tell them this. Hey, you do that, you're not eligible for the college football playoff. If you want to be a part of the college football playoff, these are the rules you have to opt into.
I would say this too. Expansion. The more teams in, the less it's going to happen.
Hopefully, yeah. No, it's just stupid because there's so much turnover in the sport already. Anything they could do to at least give it some structure.
I think that we're seeing like a spike in turnover because like everything's changing so rapidly. I think like, you can't continue to like you can't do the Florida State, you can't do the LA. Eventually, you're going to run out of money, and you know some of these schools are already leveraging themselves to like compete now because everyone sees it as this is like a fresh map. And this is when we need to make sure we're on the right side of history here, or we get left behind. And I think some schools are going to put themselves in a real bad situation if we look out, 3 to 10 years. And like Colby's been talking about, some of those teams will be major conference SEC teams or whoever that even though they're getting all this extra money, they spent it so poorly that they're fucked.
What's crazy is like I don't even know how good LSU's been so much of a better job than Ole Miss historically. Same with Florida because he almost left for Florida, but I don't know that it's that much better of a gig now. And I think you have a shorter lifespan there. So it's like maybe he truly hated living in Mississippi. Maybe I don't know, but like they were going to build you a statue, man. And you chose a job where you could be unemployed in 3 years. It's almost probable. It's almost probable.
Yeah,
Orgeron got fired. He won the Natty.
Yeah,
right.
I would bet a lot of money if you're saying -110. Lane Kiffin starts coaching year 4 at LSU. -110, yes. -110, no.
I would definitely take the no.
Right? Yeah.
Because if the Alabama job opens up, that.
Or he gets fired.
Or he gets fired.
They fired Brian Kelly. He won 10 games in year 1, 9 in year 2, 9 in year 3. SEC is going to a 9-game conference schedule. We're getting unity there, where ACC and SEC are going to a 9-game conference schedule, which is great for the sport. But the schedule is going to be a lot harder now because you have that 9th conference game. So good luck, man, because their fans are ridiculous. You have one losing season, and here's the best part about all this. Brian Kelly's a better football coach than Lane Kiffin, in my opinion, by far. So you didn't even get a better football coach, and you did this. Hilarious.
Yeah, it is interesting. Just considering what LSU is to go after the guy that's going to pour the most gasoline on the fire. I mean, he's not going to go after some chancellor's wife at a gas station.
You never know. Well, chancellor's wife is probably too old for Lane. If you, she's not a tri-delt, so probably out of his age range. The leaked screenshots of him sliding into DMs, like, I mean, my God, hey, if I was in his position, would I hook up with young chicks? Probably, but like maybe late 20s. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just so embarrassing the DMs and like him talking like a 20-year-old kid. And
you have a daughter
DMs.
in college,
and
you're hooking up with her friends.
And let's shit on him a little more.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Let's shit on him a little bit more because he could have just got out in front of it and said, "Hey, I'll answer the questions." And because at the time he was a target of many schools, I'll answer questions after this run. Or he could have said, LSU wanted him. I'm going to take the gig before the Egg Bowl and then have them figure that out to get to the playoffs and everything. He made this about him. He was trying to force the hand of the university. Yeah. He's a selfish prick. That's the only way to break it down, man, is like he made this all about him. And the fact that he said, well, it's a dream job. Dude, he passed on Auburn. He wanted the Auburn gig. It came down to a very close call a couple of years ago. You're telling me Florida State wouldn't want him next year? They're bringing back Norvell. Norvell's not going to last. Let's be honest.
Penn State would still take him. Penn State would still take him.
There's a bunch of schools that Michigan might open next year. It's almost probable to a certain extent that or Nebraska or one of those Big Ten jobs could open. NC State probably going to open next year. His dad coached there, right? Was a head coach there for a long time, right? And Nebraska, his dad coached at. So it's like these jobs could all open. And he will still get a similar price figure. It wouldn't have been a difference. His excuses are lame, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
He has all right. So he entered the workforce as a graduate assistant in 97, 98. Of course, he played college football at Fresno, where he was a quarterback from 94 to 96. And I believe he grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska, but he entered the workforce as a GA back in '97. Colby, can you name all the universities that Lane Kiffin has worked for?
Probably not.
What's crazy is he got his first head coaching job in 2007, and he has been a head coach for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in that time frame. All right, good.
So his resume is
I'll even settle for the 6 head coaching jobs, Colby, but bonus points if you get any of the assistant positions.
Well, we got Fresno State, then USC is an assistant. USC is an assistant, right?
He got hired as the USC offensive coordinator, right, to be the Raiders head coach, which is one of the head coaching positions.
And what did Al Davis say about him? That he was a fraud. Al Davis after that said he was a fraud. That's a citadel man right there, Al Davis, right? Then what? So then he went to he was Tennessee's head coach. Then he leaves leaves for USC. After USC,
dream job USC.
He gets fired on the runway. He always tries to be the victim, right? It's like so he got fired on the tarmac, right? And then I think there was more to that story too. But then I believe he goes to Bama, right? Bama OC.
The rehab job. Saban rehabs him for a couple
Saban
years.
fires him because he tried the same shit. Do you know about this?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
He wanted to be Florida Atlantic's. So he took the Florida Atlantic job, and he was going to say, "But don't worry, I'm going to be your OC through the playoffs." And Saban goes, "No, I'm not putting up with that shit." Saban looked like a fool on TV the other night, lobbying for his friend when he fired. It's classic Saban nonsense.
He said the exact opposite of what he did. He said they should let him coach, and it's like, well, you literally didn't let him coach.
Saban fired him, so then he went to Florida Atlantic, then Florida Atlantic to Ole Miss, to LSU.
Longest stint was Ole Miss during that entire time. He was a USC assistant for a while. He coached on the Jags for one season as a quality control coach.
Quality control.
And then Colorado State was another GA stuff. So
I think I forgot about Colorado State.
It's just wild to have that many coaching jobs, but that many from 2007 to 2026, 6 head coaching jobs across the NFL and college football, all major, Florida Atlantic aside, basically all major conference. What an enigma, this motherfucker. How does he keep doing it?
And didn't he? I think Florida Atlantic was a similar situation where he quit on his team, right?
Yeah.
He's never not quit on a team.
Yeah.
Todd in the chat pointing out even the hot yoga ladies were talking trash about him. The CJ sent us there was a bunch of there was like a viral story about I guess he went to hot yoga. Shout out to fellow hot yoga enthusiasts, but the rest of the hot yoga ladies were talking shit about him. Apparently he ripped ass, which all right, maybe don't kill him for that. There's other stuff you could kill him for. He would adjust the humidity in the room, and I don't know. It's just great. Everyone piling on. All right. We got a bunch of college conference championship games to get to. If you're looking to get in on the action, download the NoVig app. That's right, NoVig. Who wants to pay Vig? No one. Of course, America's #1 sports prediction market, available in a ton of states. Use our promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get $50 when you use our promo code SGPN. College football, college basketball, NFL. They really have it all. And of course, you get some sweet boosts and bonus. Highly recommend the NoVig app. Use that promo code SGPN. And also a reminder, promo code holiday over at the merch store. Saw Colby rocking the DJ University hat. I'm rocking the camo SGP hat.
Tomorrow on the NFL Pick Show.
Yes, Ryan will be breaking out one of our holiday sweatshirts.
I will be, yes.
Again, a lot of fun stuff there. 25% off everything. The sale ends this week, so get in while you can. Promo code holiday, 25% off.
All right. Now, we were belly aching there for a while. Do we want to comment on the college football playoff?
I mean, it's an invitational still. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was hilarious. So get this from last week. This is good humor. Alabama. So hops Notre Dame, which they had to do because they were, which it's just, they had to do it because if Alabama loses, they would not make the playoffs. Right. So, cause Notre Dame doesn't play a game, but so Alabama beats Auburn by 7, a 5-7 team on the road.
No,
And
that should have covered too.
100%. And Notre Dame won. Notre Dame won at Stanford, so they're basically saying that's a much harder win. Which, okay, sure, right? But what's great about this is Vanderbilt wins at Tennessee. It's a ranked team on the road, 8-win team by 3 touchdowns. No, you don't move any spots, right?
No.
Guess what? Guess what? Then Utah. It's won like 5 straight in a row, whatever the fuck it is. They win by double digits. They keep going backwards.
Yeah,
what do you mean? What do you mean? They're winning these games, right? No, you keep going backwards, right? Miami still has a direct head-to-head win, and guess what? What did Miami do? They beat Pitt by more than what Notre Dame did. Guess what? You're behind Notre Dame. I mean, it's just a fucking. That's why you need a bigger playoff. 1,000%. If you can't see the corruption, yeah,
we want to see Pavia in the playoff. Even Texas kind of would be interesting. Well,
this is a perfect year for this to happen because there is. It does seem like there are a ton of teams that, if in, would have a chance, and yeah, I mean, maybe enough power conference teams will feel slighted. You know, this is where it's going to be helpful to have the Texases of the world to miss too, where then we can have
they'll schedule easier.
Okay. Well, that's going to happen regardless.
Yes.
But I love the schedule easier. Like Alabama canceled a game with South Florida, and Herb Street says this is going to happen throughout the sport, right? Okay. They look at their non-con this year. They played a 5-win Florida State team. Right, they played a 4-win or 3-win Wisconsin team, a ULM team that's absolute trash in the Sun Belt, and then Eastern Illinois, who's a 2-win FCS team. Oh, well, next year they have ECU on the schedule. At least they're an 8-win team. All right, they didn't cancel that one yet. So ridiculous.
Sometimes we have to stop. You know, like if you have children, you can appreciate this, but you have to kind of stop and remind them frequently that the internet is not real. I think Herb Street's not real. Like, how is it that this guy has risen to the power that he has? His takes are trash consistently. He's always shilling for the net, like clearly shilling for the networks. He's bought and paid, clearly man. Cloning his dogs. He's got like 15 of the same dog.
He has his thumb.
I gotta listen to him talk about fucking NFL. Who the fuck is this guy to talk about NFL? You know what, Sean? He didn't play in the NFL. He barely. I mean, he played a little college ball, but. Anyway, I don't quite understand why Herb Street has to be so much in our lives.
He clearly has his thumb in that dog's ass.
No, but I love the Texas thing too, because they're like, you know, Sark's like, well, you know, we couldn't have played. We didn't have to play Ohio State. Okay, well, you might have played a 4-win team like Florida and lost it. Also, who cares?
I don't. It's a pussy take. It's like the people that came out and said that they voted against the tush push because of player safety.
Yeah,
but let's be honest.
A pussy thing to say.
Let's be honest though. If you were looking consistently the whole year, Vanderbilt is one of the top 12 teams. You can't convince me otherwise.
You don't want
Oklahoma's had ups and downs. Oklahoma's had ups and downs. Pavia, they outplayed Alabama in the first half of that game. The second half it fell apart. Texas, okay. Texas, they got blown out the first half. They had a late comeback second half. I'll even say that one game is their one fuck up. The Bama game, I thought they played really good. I think they played again. They probably win that game, right? They have played great, and for them to not be a part of the playoff is ridiculous.
This is why we're expanding, right? Because you're missing out on a great think about the pieces they could have in the pregame show for Vanderbilt and Pavia.
Oh man,
I mean it's like that. Of course they want that. Think about not having Arch Manning and all of that to talk about. Get to 24 teams already. Stop fucking about. Just let everyone in. Who gives a shit? Schedule easy. Who gives a shit? Just give us a fucking who says no? Who says no to a 24 team playoff?
Texas, put Eastern Illinois on the schedule. We don't give a shit. You're going to 9 conference games. All right. That's the same as what you were doing this year.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's a great point. The 9 conference games makes it so it's a lot. No one's hiding. No one's going to be able to hide. I mean, I'm sure Colby will still have a take on how the SEC gives gives Alabama and Georgia all these scheduling breaks. But yeah, it does. Just get to so what's the quickest? Do you think it's possible we could be talking about a 16 team playoff at least in a year?
Yeah, I mean they've already been talking about 16 or 24, and I even think the Big Ten had a 32. But the thing I don't like is massive amounts of auto bids. I don't like that. I'm talking unless it's from each conference. I don't like your 5th place team.
No,
in the Big Ten it's an auto bid.
There should be. This is where it's crazy. You like the big conferences are already tilted. Like things are tilted with the rankings. You shouldn't have to worry about auto bids. You win your certain conferences get auto bids, fine, but you get one. The SEC and the Big Ten found out when they pitched their 4 auto bid each that it was very highly unpopular, even amongst their own team, like their own conferences. I mean, we heard coaches speak out about it, basically kind of being like, well, we can settle this on the field. What the fuck is that? So yeah, 24 teams in 2 years. Is that possible?
Yeah. I mean, college sports move really slow, not just football. Because what happens is, each school will sue, each state, the politicians are all connected. So it's like, it moves really slow, mainly for that reason. That's not just a football problem. That's just all across the board. But I think they want it because they realize how much money they can make.
Well, again, if the TV, like if the angle is the TV executives are ruining college football, they seem to be missing the most important parts, like selling a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
AKA getting rid of the neutral site bowl games.
If they're going to shape the game for TV, they're fucking that up.
Like make a whole extra round of home games.
Yeah.
That would be rad. Most people would like it. You could give auto bids to all the conferences. It's again, when they in all glory to the great originators of the playoff, the College Football Board, who went out, they researched long and hard, and they figured out that a 4-team playoff was the way to go.
We were told it could never work.
Well, I was saying this, and I know we got to get to the games, but look, like take Texas Tech for example. Right now, you see it on the graphic right there. They're the 4 seed. I know Cody Campbell's a billionaire and a billionaire and a billionaire, and then he's still owns some companies that are worth billions, and he's sold some for billions. He's just got so much money; they're going to be there forever. But hear me out on this. I remember reading an article that said South Bend made like $100 million that weekend for hosting the game, not Notre Dame, the local community, the hotels, which all kick back, I'm sure, to their NIL, right?
Yeah.
If you're Texas Tech, you have a bye week right now at the 4 spot. Do you purposely lay down against BYU knowing that you can host a game? You can host a game in Lubbock, and all your local businesses will make $1 trillion. Where then that will go. Some of that's going to end up in your NIL.
Well,
because they want that again.
Depending on how they lose, they might still be in the top 4, right?
I would say this. I think this again. We said that when this happened, enough major teams were going to be like, "What the fuck is this? Like, is the bye really worth it?"
Well, yeah, give them the bye and the home game.
Why are we letting the bowls get money again? What the fuck does the bowls have to do with any of this? Why are they entitled to a piece? Why do we still have to deal with the Rose Bowl fucking in a third quarter fucking sunset?
Why would anyone do that?
You want to? I mean, I'll say this is the last thing I'll say, and then we can get to the games. But if you live in the Pasadena area, which our studio here, not too far from there are these strange Rose Bowl vehicles with like special exempt license plates. What kind of secret society is this, Colby? Because they got the college football world by the balls with these fucking bowl games.
I'm just saying, Texas Tech. Maybe you consider laying down. You let BYU win. Guess what? You get your conference rep. They get a second team in, which you get a percentage of. The whole conference does. You also knock out Notre Dame, who could be a threat to you, right? At some point, someone's going to have this thought of saying it means more for us long term.
But let's say they lose, it's a close game. Are they definitely knocked out of the top 4? You think?
Well, it depends how everything else shakes out, but I think probably they're knocked out of the top 4. They're probably hosting.
Who jumps them?
That's what I'm saying. They'll probably be hosting.
But who jumps them?
A&M, but probably
Not playing.
Yeah,
I would
that's the
think
other
so.
thing that's
Yeah.
weird.
That's what's tricky about it. I think at the end of the day, they just have to realize that giving teams that are playing in the conference championship weekend a bye isn't a massive advantage because all the other teams that were too shitty to make their conference championship game already get a bye that weekend.
Well, how about BYU
really
though? How about what they said last year too? We're not going to penalize you for making the championship game.
And then they did.
Well, BYU's 11-1. So basically, you're saying a 12-team playoff isn't good enough for a 11-1 power conference team. It's ridiculous. What's the point of the whole fucking season? You know what I mean? Like,
I think there's still a world where like even if they lose, play a close game with Tech. I don't know. They're not going to do the right thing. They're going to do the thing that annoys people. It's going to involve the SEC coming out looking rosy, and that's that. We just have to accept it. All right.
Jacksonville State.
Oh, here we go. Sean's tired with talking about football.
No, I want to actually talk about these
Tired
games.
talking about football.
Well, Colby has like 12 all these FCS playoff games.
I did tune into the TCE show earlier, and they were talking about some weird NIAI
Wisconsin lacrosse, which apparently has a football team
below Division III.
Lindsey Wilson.
No one cares about that, Colby.
I was just gonna. Well, no, I mean, let me see if I can help you guys out some.
What do you mean help us out?
Well, I was just curious. Let me see. Let me just get who you guys got in the. We got. Not only do we have all these playoffs happening at many different levels, which I highly recommend. Watching. We had like 30 snow games last week was incredible.
It was pretty cool.
They can't afford domes at the lower levels, Sean.
Not yet. We got to get a dome NIL going.
But let me see right here if I can show you.
While you pull that up, Colby, I don't know if you've seen it, but the mock of the new like retractable roof dome in Las Vegas for the athletics looks pretty amazing. You should check that out.
I've already seen that. That
it
trash.
looks amazing. Yeah, it looks great. Looks like a spaceship. The roof just lifts up off the ground.
Who do you guys got this weekend? The Candy Bowl is going on in Hobart.
Oh no, what's this?
Who do you guys got in the Upper Iowa Hillsdale game?
It's gonna be lit in Hobart.
That's what I'm saying. You get some gummy bears, catch a little football. Let's go.
The Candy Bowl does seem
Iowa.
like the kind of place where you have a bunch of registered sex offenders.
Oh yeah, come on.
All right, let's talk about the games. And again, the Colby breaks down all of them. I guess if you play intramurals, send over your league schedule. Colby will break it down. God, Kennesaw State. Although if you're playing flag football, Colby's not interested. Tackle football only. Get those U40
outdoor too for the most
Colby,
part.
please tell me you've gone deep into those U40 football leagues and highlights.
Are we talking flag? No.
Oh.
No,
Colby.
there's a full contact like under 40 football leagues.
Colby,
dudes are getting lit up. It's pretty great.
And I did see some shit in Australia that was going on that was really impressive.
No, the Oklahoma, the rugby like mano imano, one guy trucks the other guy. That's pretty crazy. But the 40 like these old guy tackle football leagues, Colby. I mean, it's like any game you're finding at least 3 to 5 no CTE here type hits. Like dudes aren't going to work on Monday.
It's good to see that there's still hope out there, man. There's still hope.
Man, we need to get Patty C out to one of these fields. Show everyone he still has it. All right, we're talking championship games only. Some games you're going to be like, wow, love these teams. Some you're going to wonder, who the fuck is that? Jacksonville, Alabama, first game, 4 p.m. on Friday. Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State -2.5 here on the road. Higher seed hosts -140 on the money line. Jacksonville State +120. 60 is the total. Colby.
These teams just played back on November 15th. Same stadium and everything. So Kennesaw threw 4 picks. Charles Kelly. This is a great story. You got 2 first-year coaches. Charles Kelly, first year at Jacksonville State. They had the 1 seed. They're hosting this thing. Kennesaw State's Jerry Mack, who is rumored to potentially be the next coach at Memphis, by the way, because he's from Memphis. But great story here. But what's crazy is Kennesaw was favored by 3.5 in the first matchup. They lost by 9 through 4 picks. They're still favored in the second matchup. Same location. 18 days apart. I think they're telling you what to do. Give me Kennesaw State because I think they're going to be focused. It's hard to beat a team twice.
Usually it's hard to beat a team 3 times. No. I'm going Jacksonville State here. I'll use that counter. Why should they be favored? They're able to turn over this Kennesaw State team, and you look at the advanced numbers. I mean, EPA per rush, the Jacksonville State offense, 18th in the nation. They're also very good at 3rd and 4th down success rate defensively. And I think probably feel a little disrespected. You're at home, the number 1 seed, and you're a dog against the team that you already beat. Give me Jacksonville State. And shout out to all the people on Jacksonville State Twitter that apparently I think you and or Moneyline Mac faded them this season because
Mac went at it with them. Mac went at it with them, and they kept the receipts.
Did he not learn his lesson?
Yeah, they were all checking in, and we were tagged on a bunch of those. So I don't want any angry cocks coming for me. Give me Jacksonville State.
Do you want to guess on what the weather will be in southern Alabama?
36 degrees.
Let's talk about how great this is for the on-campus games going on this weekend. They're calling for rain, I believe, heavy rain.
Yeah, right? It's going to be in the mid 40s and raining, Sean.
Football's alive. Football's alive. Let's go.
It could drop into the 30s by the end of this game and be raining. It's going to be a mess. I like your angle. No angry cocks. Give me the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Troy, James Madison, as we discussed earlier, JMU's coach, off to sunny Southern California, but it does sound like he will coach. Which again, I don't know if that's a positive or a negative. I guess. Well,
JMU still has an outside shot at the playoff, right? They need Duke to win, and then what else, Colby?
Well, here's the problem. I mean, first off, the playoff did have JMU at number 25, first time ever ranked, and that looks like the playoff has given their fans hope. Even Patty C texted me saying, "Look, they're ahead. Duke's not even ranked." What I think they'll do, because I know the corruption in the sport, is if Duke wins, they will hop to Virginia's like number 17 or something. They will say that win propels them past JMU because they're a power school, and Duke also I think they're actually a pretty good team. I think the narrative's a little fucked up on their season this year, but there's still hope, but we'll see. Now, if they win like they have been winning, where they beat Coastal Carolina, a bowl team, by 48, right, or App State by like 50 or 46, whatever it was, you still have a chance. They're calling for snow, I thought, though, right? I was looking at this earlier. I was a guest on a show earlier where they were talking about how it's going to be cold as fuck and sleet, snow mix. Which these boys from Alabama,
wintry mix. Yeah, I mean, you would think JMU would just put it on Troy, huge favorites for a reason. Although Troy's defense isn't that bad. I mean, JMU has won 4 of its last 5 Sun Belt games by 30 points. This is tough. The spread is huge. Part of me wants to take Troy, but then the other part is like, why go against JMU at home?
JMU's laying 23, the big spread you mentioned. Minus 2,800 on the money line. Troy plus 1350. 48's the total. Another 4 p.m. kick on Friday. We'll have some action out in beautiful Vegas, Sean. The weather report that you guys were referencing, it seems like it's expected to be right around freezing at kickoff, and pretty much a 50% chance of snow. So, as Colby was talking about, could get a nice looking one here. I mean, yeah. So I think Colby's right. I think all this belly aching about the ACC not getting in if Duke wins will get sorted out in the wash. They'll find a way. I mean, clearly it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be objective rankings. They're just doing what they want to. And so the Illuminati conference will find a way to backdoor their way in. But as far as this game, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can play the style points angle. Like if JMU is going to get in, they're going to have to beat the shit out of them.
It's true.
56 to 3.
Troy's defense isn't horrible. Like maybe
I've been impressed by them down the stretch, man. I actually think as much as I know JMU could needs the style points. I think I got it, especially in the snow. It's gonna limit your explosive plays probably. I'll take Troy to stay within that number because this is a team that played Clemson incredibly well. I think they're a solid football team, so I'll take the points.
Yeah, I'm with Colby. Troy catching 23 points. Like the advanced stuff. They're basically top 50 in most defensive EPA. I think that's enough to make this somewhat of a game. Again, 23 points, way too big. I get the style points, but
I'm laying it.
But is the committee gonna? Oh, you won by 30 against Troy.
I think that's their best chance to sneak in.
True.
It's their only chance, and so I think they know that, and I think the coach is probably doing one of those like we got nothing to lose. Let's, what was the varsity blues speech? 48 minutes for the next 48 years of your life. Maybe he gives one of those and they go out on, I'm laying it. Money splits if you care. 38% of the tickets on Troy. So
sharps, let's go. Give me Troy.
All right. I once played a golf course in Mexico that was used in the movie Troy as one of the sets there. Pretty
great nugget,
interesting nugget that no one will care about. UNLV, Boise State. Again, they play this one up on the Smurf turf because Boise State's the better team. 5 p.m. On Friday. Man, I really want a dog to bet on. But it's not going to be here. Boise State's laying for -180 on the money line. UNLV plus 155. 59 is the total. They already played this game this year. I see no way. Like Colby, explain to me how you're betting on UNLV in this one.
Well, I mean, look, there was a 4-way tie, and they had computers decide this right here.
I mean, this
college football is so funny.
Yeah.
They have
4-way tie,
and they just say, "All right, computers, do your thing."
I actually think that at least the computers aren't as corrupt as I almost prefer the computers as opposed to the humans getting involved. But I mean, this is I kind of think San Diego State deserved to be in the game because almost like Vanderbilt. If you watch the season all year, like San Diego State was the team to beat all year, and it's like, wait,
they had that letdown in Hawaii, but other than that, man, that defense was legit, and that's the kind of matchup you would love to see in the college football playoff, like San Diego State, that defense against one of these softer college football teams that get in. That would have been a fun ass matchup to watch.
I have a solution. Each conference needs just a committee, and the committee picks who plays in the championship game. No. And then you can make sure that the right teams play in the championship game. And then nothing matters in the regular season. It's also going to be cold.
They're calling for snow here, I think.
Expected to be in the 30s.
Give me the running Rebels. Revenge is a dish best served
in
cold.
The snow in Boise.
I don't think you want that. I don't think you want that, buddy. Look, first off, Boise's been trashed the past couple of games. Their quarterback Madison was out. He's going to play. Boise's only lost like 17 times on that Smurf turf in like 30 years. And this is another reason why, by the way, all these group of fives and really all the conferences now that there's so many, they should play at home. This exact game was the championship game in the past 2 years. They stormed the field last year. It was a great scene. Fox was talking about it forever, saying, "Oh, how great it was." That's why you should play these games at home. And I fully expect Boise to show up again and win another Mountain West championship. They had almost 600 yards of offense against UNLV's defense in the first matchup back in October. And they ran for 300. UNLV, you can't just fix that overnight. Boise's going to run through them.
Rebels. Yeah, come on. They will get up for this game. This is the perfect team to upset and win the Mountain West.
This is also the best way to give a benefit to the regular season winner of your conference. You get to host the conference championship game.
The MAC has it so backwards. The MAC's like, hey, we play all of our games on Tuesday nights in blizzards, and guess what? When we get to the championship game, you get to go to beautiful Detroit in front of 12 people at Ford Field.
I mean, you could say the Big Ten's the same thing, right? They a bunch of outdoor and then they play it in a dome in Indy. It just doesn't make sense.
The Big Ten one is like the games become useless. Like this year's game, both teams are in with the bye no matter what. So why even play? We'll get to the game, but that one, there's a reason why tickets were $6 last year.
I think we're gonna say the most logical outcome is that the championship games are killed eventually. Maybe the 24. Maybe that comes with going to 24 teams, because then the championship game becomes basically irrelevant in all, except for the mid majors where they want their auto bid. All right, but maybe you just go to a regular season champ. You're probably getting a better team there anyway. North Texas heads to Tulane.
Oh, really? I see Oklahoma State against Florida.
Wait, what is Colby making a joke?
North Texas's head coach is the current Oklahoma State head coach, and Tulane is the current Florida head coach.
Both coaches
North
are
Texas
opting out.
-2.5, -135 on the money line. Tulane +115. 66 is the total. Which coach is more likely to get to fail at their next job?
I'm not in love with either, really. Like Summerall, Florida's expectations are crazy. Mullen went to the SEC championship and was fired like 8 games later.
He's a better coach though, right?
I mean, he's been at 2 places like Troy and Tulane. Throw resource, like they're well put together. They want to win at football. Like that's why. I think he's a good coach. I do, but I also think he's kind of had a nice runway. We'll see how it is out at Florida when you're going up against, because everyone else is on the same level. Tulane spends the second most in the AAC, so you had a nice little. And Troy has been a powerhouse. Go back to the 80s and 90s. They've always taken football incredibly serious. It's been coach proof to a certain extent, as you saw. They're in the Sun Belt Championship yet again. Texas State's been asked for a long time. Eric Morris was on the hot seat entering this season. And he did one of the smartest things where he brought in Sam Houston State's defense. Like he hired their DC and brought in 9 of their 11 starters from a year ago. And that has been the difference, because his offense could always cook. But it is hilarious because he was on the hot seat coming into the year and now he's Oklahoma State's head coach. So you have a bigger sample size of Summerall being good, even though they're at good schools, than you do Morris. But I kind of think Florida's expectations are crazy. So I would say I would trust Morris at Oklahoma State a little bit more.
Following Gundy, though, the guy after the guy never works. Gundy kind of was the guy. North Texas -2.5, -135 on the money line. I might have already said this. Tulane +115. 66 is the total. Another 5 p.m. kick on Friday, Sean. So maybe we'll have to work some parlays into the situation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, Colby, it is to me, it feels like the mean green is the play here. Like North Texas, this offense is just insane, and I don't know if I trust Retzlaff here in a big spot. What are you doing?
Man, I mean, this is one where you're searching like which team will be more motivated. My thing that I just can't get past is I think even with North Texas going out and getting Sam Houston State's DC, and he's made them a lot better, they're still not a great run defense. They're 129th. They're a great pass defense, 11th. Retzlaff runs the shit out of the ball at the quarterback spot. I think Tulane with the home crowd behind them, because even though they're going to take this, that's the best part about all this is yes, it's ridiculous that these schools are having the best year in their existence probably. And they should be super excited. The fans still will be. Doesn't matter who the fuck trots out there. This place will be lit because they want to go to the college football playoffs, right? Give me Tulane at home. Yeah.
Really? You're not worried about North Texas's offense, Colby?
I mean, it's a great offense, but I like Summerall's a defensive guy. I'm sure he'll have a game plan. I mean, it's hard to know which team will be more motivated when both coaches are gone. Another thing is I think North Texas GM is following the coach to Oklahoma State, but I just think Tulane's a better football team. Like overall, they've proven that they're better this year. North Texas, one of the reasons why on our show back in July when we previewed them is they had a very favorable schedule. Like the schedule was what we circled as in like they could make a run to the AAC championship because the schedule was nice. They missed a lot of the best teams in the conference, where Tulane I feel like is more battle tested.
Yeah, I think the distraction element is obviously real. You have like the recruiting stuff going on, but at the same time,
but that's for both teams.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like at the same time, one of these teams is playing at home and has a chance to.
All right, give me Tulane as a home dog.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Also, the betting splits would indicate this might be a little bit of a pros versus Joes game.
Really, the Joes are loving North Texas.
A lot of bets, not as much handle on North Texas. So, something to note. Not everyone likes the bet splits. I personally love them. Miami of Ohio. So we're all on Tulane plus 2.5. Miami of Ohio. Heading to beautiful Detroit as Colby just laid out for the MAC championship against my favorite directional Michigan school, Western Michigan, where they'll be laying 1.5 minus 128 on the money line. I'm guessing I did not write down the correct money line going the other way. We'll call it plus 100 for Miami of Ohio. 43.5 is the total. I mean, to your point, the MAC actually has been a fairly progressive conference when it comes to trying to like put their product out there and make it consumable. What you're doing now is you're a great sandwich spot that's dishing these amazing hoagies, and then you show up with some fucking cheese on white bread. Hey, grilled cheese special, my ass.
Oh, here's what I was wondering, because it's been a while since Western or Central has been in the MAC championship, but I still think Kalamazoo's on the west side. They just got obliterated by a snowstorm, right? So I don't know that many fans will show up, but maybe you'll have more because it's an in-state team than normal. But man, these games have had nobody. And at some point, I mean, unless Ford Field is just giving it to them, because you would think to lease out Ford Field, why do that when you have 15 people there? When you could have,
if they're competing with some high school graduations that really impacted the UFL, we know that.
But if you play this in Kalamazoo or my Oxford, Ohio, like not only are some of these places like classic stadiums, but it's going to look better on TV because they're going to be sold out. So hilarious that they do this every single year. It's the one Group of 5 conference that does the neutral site. Miami, Ohio is an interesting story because they opened the season terrible, but Chuck Martin got his team together. Great defense. Just their starting quarterback quit on the team 3 weeks ago, right? To focus on the NFL draft. Well, I think he got in a little argument with the OC, but they've gone to the freshman quarterback, the third string, because they went to the second string, and I believe he got injured. The third string, and I got to pull up his name again. It's such a Midwest name. Thomas Gutowski. He is
Gutowski Auto.
The Gutowski Auto Parts, dude. The stats aren't sexy, but the guy's winning games. He's winning games. He won at Buffalo, so it's a kind of a great story that Miami, Ohio, and Chuck Martin have been able to get there with all the shit that's happened to them this year. But Western and Lance Taylor seem to be, and they lost to Miami, Ohio earlier this year. So I kind of think Western's the play, just as the revenge factor. Also, Miami, Ohio seems to be just third. You're asking a lot for the third string quarterback freshman to continue to win.
Ford Field, where Jake Bates, UFL legend, once kicked. That's pretty intimidating, knowing you're going into Ford Field.
I can tell you that the UFL was paying about somewhere between $200,000 and $250,000 a game to rent Ford Field. So if the MAC
for a Ponzi scheme.
MAC is doing that, maybe save the money and just have someone host it.
I'll go Western Michigan again.
Of course,
freshman quarterback. I'm with Colby. That's gonna hit the wall.
Well, also, I feel naked not wearing my Western Michigan T-shirt right now.
Yeah, what happened, Ryan?
Shout out to my Broncos. Great season as I think I'm wearing a Hokies shirt because the recruiting has just been so much fun to follow. I don't even care about regular football. It's just about recruiting.
Sounds fun.
I just
Are you donating again? Are you donating again? Is that why these recruits are coming in?
We had some conversation. I was.
Did you really go to the
involved.
desert for Thanksgiving?
I was involved in some, me and Bruce and Bud. We were, chopping it up over the coaching search, and I said I would release some BTC if certain things happened, and it is crazy that the Virginia Tech was just like, you know what, we're gonna shake out the tree back. All right, here's $350 million for the next 6 years. What? You had this the whole time. Fuck,
Breaking case of emergency.
No, this Babcock guy is a real problem. 9 a.m. now on Saturday. Well, that last game was also they played at noon on Saturday. I mean, come on. Another noon on Saturday game. This one's down in Arlington at Jerry's World, I assume. BYU, Texas Tech laying 12.5, minus 500 on the money line. BYU plus 395, 49.5 is the total. Conspiracy angles aside, Texas Tech has been a wagon this year.
11-1 ATS, and of course I bet against them the one time they didn't cover.
You bet on them.
I bet on them. Yeah, sorry. I had I thought they'd destroy Arizona State. This is an interesting game because Texas Tech kind of needs it, but not really. Obviously, BYU really needs it. But then if a team like BYU, that's what they're 12-0, and they're getting 12.5 points. You want to talk about the line telling you something? This Texas Tech team is an ass whooper, and you got the Kalani Satake cookie disaster. I feel like that whole thing had to have been a distraction. Right. So
I don't know. It depends how you shake it, because did you see that they said they're going to give him 10 to 15 million years above, or 10 to 15 million dollars above the rev sharing every single year. That was part of the deal. So if you're a player, you're sitting there like, whoa, we just get a bunch of money if we play good here,
Yeah, and so they're playing for their playoff lives, but then I feel like these teams that have all the motivation versus a team that doesn't have a ton of motivation, it kind of works out the opposite. Like BYU has a ton of pressure, but Texas Tech, they can play fast and loose. And just the line play alone for Texas Tech has been insane. And as long as they're healthy, they're just kicking teams' asses. So I feel dumb. I feel like, Colby, what are you doing here? Because I can make a case for either side.
Well, here's what's interesting, man, is if you go back to the BYU game when they played in Lubbock, Texas Tech whooped their ass, right?
Yeah.
Like anyone that watched that game, it whooped their ass. But when you really dive into it, like I was pulling up the box score earlier, and I mean, if BYU didn't turn the ball over so much, I think it would have been it like. So if you just load up the box score here, Texas Tech only got, they only outgained them by 113 yards, right? They were not very efficient on offense. Jay Hill for BYU is a very good defensive coordinator. I think one of the best in the sport. If they just don't turn the ball over so much, they also had a terrible punt, I think it was. So I think you take the points. I'm curious what the Texas Tech crowd situation is. That's another thing. You guys remember last year? And this year's a little bit different, but last year Arizona State and Iowa State played here. So obviously they were both far away from Arlington, Texas. No one went to this game because Arizona State fans were thinking, wait, why are we going to this when we play Texas
for the
in Atlanta
for the playoff?
Yeah. So, but Texas Tech is so close that it's possible that they might just say, hey, we'll drive over there. We'll win our first ever Big 12 championship. But it makes it tricky. BYU fans, they got money. They will show up. I was kind of thinking BYU might have the crowd.
I'll take BYU, but I always feel dumb fading Texas Tech and hope they just go on a run here. So I'll take BYU in the points, but I mean, Texas Tech is an ass kicker right now. Kramer,
I'm going to take the points too.
Yeah. It's probably I mean, this feels like it should be at least somewhat of a game.
I mean, some of what Colby was saying about the previous matchup yes, but most of the advanced numbers had no problem with the outcome, the likelihood that the outcome would happen again.
Well, they dominated. They did dominate that game.
They underperformed their expected points. BYU overperformed their expected points in the first matchup, and it still worked out to be 29-7. So yeah, I mean, and the spread didn't really change. I believe it opened around 12, maybe closed 13.5. But yeah, I'll play Texas Tech. I think us trying to handicap who's going to be in the building. It'll just be it'll be sanitized, so it won't matter. I do think it's likely BYU has a decent crowd there. There's a shocking amount of Mormons in the area. What I learned doing a little research on that is there's a lot of Mormons in every area.
What? What'd you pull up for that? Please share the screen. I want to see infrared.
Kramer is a Mormon tracking app.
There is a large enough population of Mormons per their Mormon registry, or per the reporting on the Mormon registry.
They auditing those numbers?
That they could fill up a stadium in any major city. That's what I'm saying. BYU.
I just want to see the website where it shows the person leaving the state too. It's got all these dots of where these Mormons are.
They got all this extra money because they're not paying taxes. That 10% everyone's kicking back to the university out here, and BYU is going right to the football team. All of that being said, I'm on Texas Tech. I'm not going to overthink the idea that a football coach. Well, first of all, the idea that they would lose to help a conference foe doesn't seem to make even the money angle. Sure, but
I'm not saying that is the handicap, but it does make sense though. Like the handicap to me is it's just a second. Texas Tech's offense did not do that much against BYU's defense. It was BYU's defense that destroyed them. I'm sorry, Texas Tech's defense that destroyed them.
These are still the type of people that want to say that they won the Big 12. And I think, like the money behind this Texas Tech roster, they want to say they won the Big 12, maybe if even first and foremost. Obviously, they'd love a national championship, but a team like Texas Tech isn't exactly winning the conference every year.
Yeah, I think they win. I just don't know if they cover. I'm not taking BYU.
I think there's some style points going on here. Let's lay the points. 9 a.m. Another 9 a.m. kick. We're headed to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Let's go.
Fuck?
Oh yeah.
Villanova, Lehigh. Is this basketball we're talking here? Lehigh laying 4.5, 47.5 is the total. Colby, these are inside. These are not live numbers, but
no, these are real numbers. These are live. These are live. I got them.
So we
from,
have FCS
FanDuel.
football numbers. That is wild. What? All right. I guess. Yeah. Give us the breakdown. The Lehigh logo is wild. They're actually
they're Mountain Hawks now, but the Engineers was their. My dad's an engineer from Lehigh.
That's
they're still the engineers over on the College Experience. Subscribe. Why is that offensive? Hawks. Is that offensive to the other? How'd that flip over?
So I think they were known as just an engineering school and they wanted to get admissions up. So they're like, hey, we got to call it something else. So people think you can come to Lehigh and be something besides an engineer.
That's
still
pretty
a very
lame.
big engineer.
Pretty lame. Pretty lame. They should
really
keep
good,
it as
really good wrestling program historically as well.
And really good football program historically as in this year. Cause they're undefeated.
Oh, yes.
They are undefeated. And if you haven't got a chance, I'm curious if James Madison goes to hire Kevin Cahill as their next head coach. This is a guy, he took over just a mess at Lehigh. They were terrible. And then, year one, he's 2-9, year 3, 9-4. They make the FCS playoffs this year. 12-0 are these engineers, Sean. I know I know that they've been talking around Bethlehem. Yeah.
You know what did it, Colby, was when they took down those evil Lafayette Leopards and they grabbed the goalposts and walked it down to the river. Now they lost in the playoff, but that set up their undefeated season. Shout out to the Lehigh River there.
Oh, and shout out to their star running back, Luke Yoder. May the force be with you, because Luke Yoder.
Force is strong with this.
What did he do against Lafayette? 19 rushes, 234 yards, 4 touchdowns. Dog. All right. Villanova. Now I will say rivalry game. Obviously, right close by. They've been playing for like 125 years, so little sneaky there. Villanova got to play last week, which sometimes I think, like the NFL playoffs, sometimes that wild card game, you can ride that momentum. This is where Kramer brings up that Eli Manning was an average quarterback that won Super Bowls because of the wild card, right? And so it's a rivalry game. I think Lehigh's going to win it, but I'll take Nova in the points.
Oh wow, you bastard! No way. Lehigh rolls. Come on.
Let's quickly just clean up Sean's explanation, because there's actually a large group of alumni of Lehigh that very much resisted the change from engineers.
Pick Dundee was one of them.
Mountain Hawks, because they were not in fact the engineers, but they were more importantly named after a specific engineer, and their mascot was paying tribute to Lehigh's founder, Asa Packer, who built the Lehigh Valley Railroad Company. And so
everyone's trying to delete it, American history right there.
Exactly. They felt like that was deleting the great Asa Packer from history. I will not stand for that. Give me the Villanova Wildcats. I'm with Colby.
Wow.
Let's go.
Well, we're taking the points here.
Yeah. Lehigh's a wagon, dude.
Okay.
Take them to win it all.
That running back you guys talked about?
Yep.
He's from Florida.
Okay.
It's going to be cold in Bethlehem. I don't know if he'd been playing in the cold previously.
I probably have some beers still buried in the woods around there. Great place to hang out and drink near that Lehigh River.
It is funny. There was, I mean, well, one, just the idea of putting stuff in the ground. I remember in like school that we put some bullshit in a box and buried it somewhere.
Time capsule.
I mean, think about now, like we discover stuff now and we're like, oh shit, this is some wild stuff. I wonder what life was like back then. Find some dumbass shit from a second grade class in New Jersey. South Dakota, Mercer. We're heading to Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia
on Saturday. Mercer laying 6.5, 55.5 is the total. Let's see. This is I don't want to get it wrong. Big Sky.
Now, Missouri Valley. The Dakotas are in the Valley against the SoCon. It's okay,
no, Colby.
Buddy.
This makes the chat very angry. They start yelling about how I haven't watched any of these games. Come on. I'm feeding your people.
It's all there for you. It's all there for you.
Are we taking the Coyotes or I would say one of the better bears in one of the better bear logos?
Look, this game's fascinating. Mercer had the bye week. The last time they played anybody was Auburn, where they were up 14-0 and ended up losing by 1,000. But South Dakota got the play-in game. Both these teams kind of have similarities. They started their seasons kind of slow. Mercer was starting the wrong quarterback. Ever since they made the transition to Braden Atkinson, they figured it out. He threw 34 touchdowns this season. 34. And then Aiden Bowman, the starting quarterback for South Dakota, they got like 4 of their 5 offensive linemen taken in the second portal cycle, the one in April, right? And that kind of is why they started off so rough. But Aiden Bowman played quarterback at Minnesota, actually got some starts, I believe, if memory serves me correct. Pretty fire game we got here. But to me, it's just, I think the SoCon's been a little down. I love the SoCon, but it's been a little down. When you're in the Valley, you play great teams game in, game out. I think South Dakota is going to be able to go down there and cover the number. And I think Moneyline's live.
Yeah, I've heard of South Dakota. I know their program. They play some real football up in South Dakota. Can't say the same thing about Mercer. Give me South Dakota. And 6.5. That's pretty good.
Well, the Mercer is at home. Also, it seems likely that the South Dakota football team will have to take a flight with.
They don't have a direct flight to Macon, Georgia.
Well, I can't imagine this is true, but based on the availability of commercial flights, they would actually have to make 2 stops. Sean.
Oh, that's always a fun flight.
So maybe they're flying. Maybe there's a longer bus ride to a different airport. But I went closest airports to the campus, so there could potentially be two layovers in their travels. Also, this is the opposite of a warm weather team going to the cold. Sean, this is a cold weather team going to the warm. Give me Mercer. You knuckleheads are on the wrong side of this one.
No way.
Illinois State heads up to Fargo, North Dakota to take on North Dakota State. 10 a.m. now on Saturday. North Dakota State laying 23.5. 53.5 is the total. What? This is the Big Sky, I think. Now I got it right. And they I gotta love this one. They're playing it in the element, Sean, up there in Fargo, right, Colby?
No,
Oh,
they're
what?
at that filthy. They're at that filthy Wells Fargo dome.
Oh my God! Not in the FCS.
I mean, let me tell you, they used to be legit, man. They used to be outdoors. They used to be everything that football should be. But this one, no, it's a terrible venue. Fargo Dome sucks. It's trash. It's everything wrong with the current sport. But look, Cole Payton, their quarterback, is popping up on the NFL radar, despite only having 15 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. What's going on? They just have a factory now to get these guys into the NFL, and it doesn't even matter how they get to the NFL.
Trey Lance, Carson Wentz, all the greats.
Easton Stick.
Easton Stick might be the best of the bunch.
He's pretty. I mean, he's not far from starting games. He's backing up Kirk Cousins right now.
Yeah, look out.
Is Cam Miller in the league too? I think Cam Miller's in the league.
He may be on a practice squad somewhere. I can verify that.
I'm looking. He's on the Raiders.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, give me Illinois State. I always fade North Dakota State. Soft ass franchise. Colby,
Is North Dakota? Is this Bison? Is he doing some sort of nose beards? Is that what happened here?
he's got a coke booger coming out.
Looks like he aggressively picked his head up and something flew out of his nose.
I think he was standing up because he's gonna fuck up these little Redbirds. All right, he's standing up to get on that ass. All right.
This is a situation. This is an auto play. Lay the points. I know Sean's anti-Bison.
Yeah,
More of a Buffalo guy. Abilene Christian, Stephen F. Austin. We're heading to.
Wait, did I mess this up? Did I not have North Dakota Tarleton?
No, we don't have to talk about that game.
Okay, there we go.
Oh no, we have both.
Oh,
no, we don't have Abilene Christian.
Oh.
Did I accidentally delete it when I was?
Oh no.
No, there it is. There it is.
Jesus.
Sorry.
They're all out of order.
Yeah.
Stephen F. Austin, who is a basketball school, laying 4.5 against Abilene Christian, another basketball school. 48.5 is the total.
Well, you better.
Where is this being played?
Nagastocious.
I love your not going to work here joke from Office Space, though. That's very good.
Guys, honestly, if you're gonna watch a game, I think this is one you want to circle because doesn't matter the sport. There's a lot of animosity between these two schools.
No love lost.
Yeah. This is, I mean, in basketball a couple of years ago, remember when Abilene knocked off Shaka Smart and Texas, the game that got him fired from Texas. They had to get through Stephen F. Austin in the conference championship, and that game, man, was. I remember there's a big brawl in the crowd. I mean, this is a legit fun rivalry, and they played earlier this year. I think that's part of the angle here is they played earlier this year, and Abilene caught them 28-20 back on September 6th. So I think revenge is on the mind here, and I'm on these Lumberjacks. Look at that Lumberjack. He's gonna cut that Wildcat's head off. Let's go.
You wouldn't believe it. We have bet splits for this shit.
Really?
Sean, yeah. 70% of the tickets and 91% of the action on Stephen F. Austin. It's a popular side.
I'm going Colby, sorry. What did you say? You're taking
I'm on the Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin. I think they get it done. Sean, Jeremiah Trotter played there.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Stephen F. Austin -4.5.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Trotter played for Stephen F. Austin. The Axeman played for a team whose logo is the Lumberjack. How am I just learning this?
Same with Larry Centers. Same with the former NFL MVP kicker Mark Mosley. I mean, this is an institution here.
Yeah, give me Stephen A. Austin all day.
I'm with you. Revenge is a dish best served in the championship game, right? And just so you know, verified via internet AI sources, the Axe celebration was 100% paying homage to his collegiate time at Stephen F. Austin.
Great nugget. So what are you doing, Ryan?
Taking Stephen F. Austin.
Okay.
Going with the 91% of people or handle on the game. We're taking the very popular Stephen F. Austin. 10 a.m. on Saturday. We're in Stephenville, Texas for another game you're probably not going to watch. North Dakota, Tarleton.
Really know how to get people hyped for this one.
Tarleton laying 6.5. 59.5 is the total. Colby.
This is where the rubber meets the road, gentlemen. All right. Tarleton has made it known they're trying to get to the FBS. A lot of people say that they're going to be the next CUSA school. They spent a lot of money on their stadium, their roster, just everything really. And that they beat Army at Army this year in overtime back in like week 2 or 3. They're 11-1, and North Dakota, the Fighting Sioux, they've been all over the place. Almost knocked off K-State at K-State, but they're 8-5. They lose to North Dakota State by 5. They're kind of battle tested. They've been in this Missouri Valley, where I speak of as is the best conference, them in the Big Sky, in the FCS. So it's intriguing. You got your money roster against like just a really good school, and if you're Tarleton, you haven't played teams like this week in, week out, so it's tricky. I think taking the points is the side, because Tarleton hasn't really been in a spot like this. So give me the Fighting Sioux. Curious how this goes, because Tarleton did pay the fuck up for their roster.
Colby just blasting right through it, and a clear and obvious name change from 2012.
Really?
They went from the Fighting Sioux to the Fighting Hawks.
Okay.
Colby
Never happened on the college experience. We like to honor Native Americans, not destroy them.
I'm with Colby. Those big boys up north, they play some football. North Dakota is battle tested. I don't know about Tarleton State, but North Dakota is going to make this a game.
Wait,
give me the Fighting Sioux plus 6.5.
What did I say was so great about when we covered the FCS back when you guys had a heart and a soul?
And COVID.
Yeah, the FCS quarterback names are the best. You don't fade Jerry Kaminsky and the Fighting Sioux. All right.
No, come on.
Give me Tarleton State.
Oh wow.
And for the record,
Kramer always the FCS contrarian.
And for the record, I never got COVID. Prairie View heads to Jackson State, laying 7.5. Beautiful Jackson, Mississippi. 11 a.m.
So what are these Jaguars on Jaguars?
Kick on the left coast.
I mean, Colby, what are we doing here?
They do have
It's
Jags now.
Panthers,
so,
Tigers.
Yeah, well, you got both wrong, so that was good. Now we're gonna get some 3-star reviews. 53.5 is the total. Colby.
So the winner plays
the SWAC championship here.
Awesome, just fantastic. You want to see a fucking show, right? First off, Jackson State, great fan base. This place will be packed. Probably why Lane Kiffin was bitching at Ole Miss fans for not showing up for the Washington State game. Probably because they're all in Jackson, Mississippi, watching Jackson State and TC Taylor kill it. This will be lit. The winner goes to the Celebration Bowl to take on South Carolina State. It's the Black National Championship. And that's what it's called.
They allow black people to play in the regular national championship too, though, right?
I believe so. I believe that that's actually.
I guess it's because it's a historic HBC's battle, right?
Yeah. But Tremaine Jackson comes into Prairie View from Valdosta State, man. There's another guy from Valdosta State.
Valdosta State.
There's another guy from Valdosta State that is very famous. We even have T-shirts on him. Swing your fucking sword, guys.
Oh yeah.
But Prairie View, year one, he gets them to the SWAC championship. Now this is a home game for Jackson State on campus, which, like I said, we lit. The bands it'll be fantastic. They're catching 8.5.
7.5.
I think. Okay, yeah, I think you can get an 8.5 out there, but still, I think Prairie View, Prairie View can stay within this number, man.
Okay.
They didn't play in the regular season. I think I think they're going to stay within this number. I think the money line's live. To tell you the truth, man. I think the money line's
no
live.
way. Jackson State, better team, dominant performance. They see what they have in front of them. They're gonna light it up. Better team, better program.
Drumline, underrated movie.
Okay.
Give me Prairie View.
Prairie View and the 7.5.
Colby's my SWAC specialist, so I'm not going to fade him.
All right, hey, let's put together a quick underdog entry. Of course, you can play your own pick'em, college football, college basketball. They got it all. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Colby, anything you like here for college football this weekend?
We got
unfortunately, there's no Diego Pavia anymore because that was just a ticket that would cash nonstop. But let's go. This is an interesting week because I think you're trying to find the games that actually have the value as far as like I know we haven't done Georgia Bama yet or the Ohio State thing, but I'm gonna go to that Duke Virginia game that I will be at. Let's go to Cooper Barkett. All right. He half touchdown, I believe. I will take the higher on a half touchdown. I was at the first matchup of this. So like I think UVA's defense has not been good. I know that was good that particular day, but overall the whole season, not a great defense. I think they can give up some big plays, and Cooper Barkett there, I think could get a score in that game. So give me that, and then let's go to the Maction game.
All right,
they don't have the Maction, do they?
No. I thought I saw it. Hold on. Oh, you're right. They don't.
Yeah,
they don't have Maction.
Let's go to
Cowards.
All right, let's go to BY. What's that?
We don't. We don't. We have some of the other smaller conference, just no Maction. What are they doing?
Let's go to the
Boise
BY.
State? Oh. No, they
do
don't
they have Boise?
Nope, nothing for Boise. My mistake.
I was gonna say let's just go to the BYU Texas Tech game, and let's take their running back Cameron Dickey. Wait, is it Cameron Dickey? What's his first name? Is it Cameron?
Yep, Cameron Dickey.
Yeah. Let's take the higher, a half touchdown for Texas Tech because their line of scrimmage is the advantage. So let's go.
All right, Cameron Dickey higher, half rushing receiving touchdown, and our boy Cooper Barkett half rushing receiving touchdown.
Let's do it.
To put that over on Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm, awesome time to hop in over on the Rhythm app. And of course, use that promo code SGPN25. Get you 25% off when you sign up with Rhythm. Highly recommend Rhythm. They got plays for everything. They've been killing it, especially good, on college props, college basketball. They've been doing great. Shout out to TCE. Good, fire up the Rhythm app, watch some TCE shows, and of course, you can run your own predictions, your own model. But college football, they got it all. I'll tell you this one. You don't think they got FCS totals? Oh, they got FCS totals. They love the under 56.5. South Dakota at Mercer. That's right. South Dakota at Mercer under 56.5, courtesy of Rhythm's model. You don't like that play? Well, go in and build your own model. Free to get started or 25% off premium. Promo code SGPN25. That is the Rhythm app. Promo code SGPN25.
All right. Good job, everyone, keeping it together as we plow through these games that I assume you have to have the special package to get. South Dakota State catching 1.5 against Montana. Beautiful Missoula, Montana. 55.5 is the total. I'm sure Sean will be letting us know what the elevation is up in Missoula for a little. Just a fabulous game. Which, by the way,
not really a high. It's 3209, so it never really gets on my radar as a high elevation game.
So under 4,000.
Yeah, it doesn't move the needle.
Okay. The weather is suggestive of snow, as we have the game time temperature should be in the low 30s, and we have the only. Well, I don't know this to be true, but we have a great mascot in the Jackrabbits. I was just out in the Mojave Desert, doing a little off-roading, saw a jackrabbit in the wild. Their ears really are fucking enormous. I would love for someone to explain to me the evolutionary benefit of growing ears so big that the predators can see them. And they're taking out.
Yeah, you hear them. You hear them fucking 10 miles away, dude.
They can be a little smaller. They're very large. I mean, the brain has to be smaller than the eardrum in the jackrabbit. Montana,
Well, whatever they've been doing, it's been working. They're still around. So there's a lot of creatures that didn't make it.
It's true.
This far into the tournament.
Rabbits are known for their sexual prowess. 55.5 is the total. Montana's laying 1.5. Don't people still say fuck like a rabbit?
More questions than answer. We will have one of our will be animals' sexual prowess. Top animal.
Yeah. Like if all animals were given free reign to have sex with things, like how many crossbreeds would they create? Which species would take over the world? Probably be like an insect or something weird.
I can't wait for that episode. Let's go.
Actually, the answer is Patty C. The answer would be the Patty C species. It's just, you ever seen those simulations of like the COVID taking over the entire world? That would be Patty C with no rules. Anyway.
So this game is awesome. Obviously, 2 blue bloods in the FCS ranks. South Dakota State hasn't lost this many games in a long time in the regular season. Some of that was because of injury, their quarterback injury. Obviously, so the other of it was Jimmy Rogers, their head coach, went to Washington State, took a bunch of players with him. So it took them a while to get everybody together. But Chase Mason, their star quarterback, who once again I think this is another guy who will be drafted in the NFL. He had been out injured since he got injured early on in a game against Murray State back in like mid-October. He played last week, came back. It was 16 of 20, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. That's substantial news right there. But I still think because South Dakota State ended their season, Montana's a year ago, I think there's some blood in the water, man. They've won 2 straight against Montana. And you're thinking this is your chance to get them. They got to come to Washington Grizzly before you had to go to the Dyke House. I think I think Bobby Hawk and Montana get them here, man.
Yeah, Montana at home. Come on, what are we talking about?
If I've learned anything from Colby,
Montana's a very strong home team. ATS straight up historically, any which way you cut it. Give me the Grizz at home. Kramer.
We all agree. And by the way, if you ever do come across a grizzly bear, pray someone around you is
Play
slow.
dead.
No.
Yeah.
Just pray that there's someone slower around you. Georgia,
or push them down.
There is an amazing video. And I was actually thinking, Colby, like some of more questions than answers will just be like us live streaming, us watching cool animal videos.
Did you see that one recently where a bear just walks into a diner where everyone's sitting there eating? Like
bears are so smart.
Just opens up the door to a diner. Dude's sitting there eating eggs, and it's like he has no idea because his back is to the door. That the bear is right there. It jumps up, goes on the other side of the fucking. I mean,
there's 2 types of bear videos. There's bear videos where Russian is being spoken.
Yeah,
and there's all other bear videos.
Well, they're like buddies with the Russians, and they're drinking vodka, and they box each other. It's really cool.
I mean, there's evidence that bears can learn language. So who knows? Maybe they know a little Russian. What I was going to say is there's an amazing video of a grizzly bear chasing a black bear from a hunter like across a ravine. My God, if a grizzly bear wanted to fuck you up, you have 0 chance.
I think
bear it.
I think
what?
I think Coach Leach was talking about their 40 time on an episode with us, right? Wasn't he? We were talking about animals, and I could have swore he said grizzly bears clock well in their 40 times. So yeah, if memory serves me correct.
Probably just as quick. Like, yeah, if that's another great conversation. Like, where do you put the grizzly bear on the NFL or on the football field? What position? Probably. I mean, he's Myles Garrett, right? A grizzly bear is a D end.
I was gonna say it's Larry Allen. Remember that video of Larry Allen tracking down somebody, right?
I think I would put the grizzly bear and or the polar bear probably at the defensive end position. Killer instinct. Wouldn't put the bulldog at the defensive end, that's for sure. Maybe like a practice squad fullback. Georgia lays 2.5 in the SEC championship as they're taking on Alabama. Colby must have been tired because he put Tuscaloosa in the sheet. He was. I won't hold it against him. We're going to that beautiful, beautiful hot box in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia laying 2.5 plus minus 170 on the money line, plus 150 for Bama. 48 is the total. I have a nice ticket on Georgia to win the SEC from before the year, plus 300.
That's gonna cash.
So
I
you're
think.
you hedging here.
I don't plan on hedging.
Colby's hilarious. He keeps reminding people he picked Alabama to win it all, and then keeps picking against them every week.
Now,
Well, I just don't think they're that good this year, man.
Yeah.
Like
I appreciate
expected
you
them to
using
be
this
awesome.
skinny bulldog. This is bullshit.
He doesn't look that ripped.
That is not a good looking bulldog.
But DeBauer's kind of own Kirby Smart. I know it's a small sample size, but Colby, are as a guy who is on Alabama but fades Alabama, aren't you worried about Kalen DeBauer just kind of taking care of Kirby?
Well, in general, he's been amazing against top 25 teams. Dan Lanning, he's had great success with. But here's the thing to me is like this. I don't know when. If you're Alabama, you almost want to lose a game in a way. Now I know tonight with them in the playoff, I think they're pretty much soundly in now, but they're a flawed team. And Jam Miller, like he got injured again against Auburn. Like that was like, to me, one of the biggest difference makers, because they had no run game without him earlier in the year. He came back, the run game started to get a little bit better, but he's back injured now. And I think he's missing this game. I think I saw on Twitter that he was doubtful, but, also, why would you play him if you know you're in the playoffs? Wouldn't you give him another week off?
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
just think that Georgia's playing a lot better now too. I think Georgia's playing much better than they were the first time they met. The first time they met, Georgia was playing with fire. They're much more complete, I think, now than they were then, and that's my logic, because I think Alabama is so flawed, man. Their rush defense. Did you guys watch the Auburn game? Their O-line was getting killed again. Yeah. Like, I credit to Ty Simpson. He's tough. He stayed in that game. Going for that fourth down was fucking insane. But I thought the O-line got destroyed on the line of scrimmage. Now Auburn's D-line is really good, but I still, how many times can you do that? And I just think it's going to come back and bite him at some point. There's two glaring weaknesses with this Alabama team. It's going to cost them at some point.
Yeah, I don't think it's here though. Give me Alabama and a couple points. Points actually could matter in this game. I could see this being a 31-30 type matchup, and DeBauer seems to have a way to figure out this Georgia team. And Georgia's defense is good, but it's not that elite unit that it has been previous years. I think, and Ty Simpson firmly in the mix for the Heisman, and obviously Pavi is not playing this week, which is kind of bullshit as far as the Heisman race. And then you have Mendoza in the Big Ten. I think this could be give me Alabama plus 2.5. Little Heisman run.
Since 2014, the SEC championship has been won by only 3 schools, Sean.
Yeah.
Alabama, Georgia, and which university? You can do this.
Alabama, Georgia.
Would you like to phone a friend? Colby's here.
Colby. Let's see. If it's since what year?
Since 2014, Alabama has won 8? No, 7. Georgia's won 3, and this university has 1 SEC championship game victory. They went on to win the national championship that year. The quarterback of that team recently returned to his NFL team after being injured. Oh, these are great clues.
I don't know.
The head coach was fired only a couple years later and went on to gain notoriety
LSU,
for running shirtless on the beach.
LSU, yes.
Give me Georgia. I'm not going against.
Really?
I got the ticket already. What am I going to do? Play like Colby
monetize your
the
position.
situation? No, thank you. Indiana, Ohio State, another one in a beautiful dome. The Big Ten championship in the dome in Indy. I mean, you get to get the shrimp cocktail over at St. Elmo's. It's a
They
whole
got
thing.
bailed out here. They got bailed out.
Who did?
The Big Ten, because remember, like they had a terrible attendance last year, but getting Indiana in their first, they've never.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, come on.
they got bailed out because no one was going to. Ohio State fans, why go to this?
This is Indiana's Super Bowl, and you're playing Ohio State after they beat Michigan, which was clearly like, again, you ask Ohio State people, they would rather beat Michigan than win the national championship. That was the sentiment amongst fans. And now you play essentially a home game in Indianapolis for this Indiana team with Mendoza in the Heisman mix as well. I mean, the Indiana's live
why
on the
play
money
him
line.
though? Why play him? What do you gain from this?
Mendoza,
The 1 seed. You get no. I'm saying like if you're Signetti or Ryan Day, why play your star quarterbacks here? Because like okay, you get the 1 seed, but if you lose, you're still going to get a top 4 seed, right?
Yeah.
Like the
If
risk
you
to get the
tie-
guy injured is so much worse than just than playing, right?
Imagine.
Yeah, but you can't. You send a horrible message to your team if you have a guy that's playing for the Heisman and you sit him down. Like it's just a horrible.
No, you don't
message.
sit anyone down. What
No,
if
I'm
you
just
just
saying-
kneel out the clock? If this game ends in a tie.
Yeah, these guys have pride. You're playing. All these fans are going to show up for Indiana.
Oh, I mean, Signetti clearly recruits on the back of fucking up other teams and
Yeah.
other coaches.
Come on.
Oh, you want to
Your
go
whole-
play for that pussy?
He's like the Dan Campbell of college football. You can't be a guy who's just like, hey, we're gonna bite kneecaps. Essentially, But
Also, this is being played like the whatever.
their whole thing is they go 100% every game. You can't be like, all right, well, this might not situationally. We're gonna play like an NBA team and tank this game. But Ohio State, especially after that Michigan win, has very little to play for in my mind. Like they don't give a fuck about winning a Big Ten championship. They care about natties and beating Michigan. I don't know. Does Ryan Day care about winning another Big Ten championship?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. This game doesn't have a lot of juice to it, really.
But I think
because-
for Indiana
yeah.
it does. Like winning a Big Ten championship for Indiana,
Oh my
I think
God.
is something, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think you have to take Indiana just because of the spot. But I also think like, I mean, it's gonna happen if not this year. One of these years, your star player is going to get injured in a useless game like this. This does nothing.
Yep.
You're still gonna buy. Losing teams got to buy
You think even the losing team gets the bye here?
without question because they're undefeated. And then so if Indiana loses, you lost to the number 1 ranked team. You went undefeated and lost to the number 1 ranked team in an extra game. Not going to get penalized. Ohio State, if you're undefeated but you lost to the number 2 ranked team, not going to get penalized. No way. No way they drop.
Sean, when do you think the last time Indiana played for a Big Ten championship was?
1989.
46 or something, right?
1967.
Okay, it was
They
off by a
also
couple
won-
years.
they
They
won
got a
that
share of
year.
that? They got a share of that? They
No,
didn't
I
have
don't
the
know.
championship game, huh?
I was gonna say they won a share of the championship. So to your point, I don't think they've ever played in a Big Ten championship game.
No, they haven't. They haven't. But I believe they're only all out, like all the way Big Ten championship without shared. It's like 46. Is that 47 something? I was reading an article
40
about. I thought it was in the
40
40s.
It's 45.
Okay.
Bo
yeah.
McMillan was the head coach. They went 9-0-1.
And they had the first black player that was ever drafted by the NFL on that team.
And then they shared the national championship the Big Ten championship with Minnesota and Purdue in 1967.
Yeah. Crazy.
To
Indiana's the play.
your point though, isn't this as the playoff expands, isn't this what kills the championship game and we just start crowning the regular season champs?
I mean, they got to figure something out. At least do the play-in playoff game then. Like, but I can tell you this: like, out of all the games this week, this is the one I care to watch least. Like this is. I don't. They're gonna. Why even? You're probably gonna play again. They're thinking too as one of the top 4 teams. So why even give them the best looks that you have?
Does seem like
Because
they're
you've
gonna.
never won a Big Ten championship game.
No, but if you're Ohio State, why get?
Yeah.
If there's a high probability you're gonna play them again.
Indiana's a lock for me. I mean, in my mind. because I don't think Signetti would
they care so much more about it.
And I think to your point, like for a very like Indiana is irrationally like confident in their basketball program, and they're one of these programs that like expects the world, and so for them to randomly have this pop up on their doorstep, and I was going to get to it, but the whatever Colby should probably cover his ears, but the Jim Irsay horseshoe up all the teams in Indiana, could it continue here being played in the home that Jim Irsay built?
Well, that's cooling off a little bit, Ryan. I don't know if you've watched Danny Dimes.
I'm just saying it's brought a ton of magic to a lot of teams in Indiana. I'm on Indiana, and maybe we bring back the Italian American of the week if Signetti gets it done for us here. ACC championship, as Colby mentioned, he'll be in the house for Duke, Virginia.
And by the way, shout out. I saw that comment earlier.
Yeah. Come say what's up. Hit up
yeah,
Colby on social media.
We'll buy you a beer. We've been doing that. We've been making the rounds.
Yeah. Or DM me. I'll give you his phone number.
We'll get your.
Colby's a real credentialed reporter, so you might not be able to get into the area he's in, but hit me up. Happy to give his contact information.
We'll get you his tracking information.
I'll buy you a beer. Hit me up on Twitter at DColbyD. There you go.
Oh no way! You don't want to DM with the fan? You don't want your personal phone number, Colby?
No, you can too. I mean, I got enough bill collectors calling me anyway. We
got to talk quick about the time that Colby gave Colby gave the studio's address / my personal home address to a fan.
Did I?
During the pandemic?
Oh yeah, I did.
When we were doing the Madden Sims, and that fan sent food delivery to the house. Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like we don't always want the phone number out in the world. Duke, Virginia, a true Illuminati battle here between the Cavaliers, who are good people, and the Duke Blue Devils, who are not. Duke catching 3.5 plus 150 on the money line, minus 170 for the Wahoos. 58 is the total.
You didn't mention anything about that ass whooping that happened at Scott Stadium, legendary Scott Stadium.
Complete. And Kramer's leaning into it. Oh yeah, that was meant to happen.
What do you mean?
Program needs to bottom out. You said Virginia Tech live on the money line. UVA never beats them. That's what you said.
I said this was the year they had to win.
Oh, okay.
They had to win this year because the troops are heading down to Blacksburg. And so congratulations to UVA. They've not seen since I've been in school. This is only the second time this has happened, Sean. So congratulations. Although, as you know, I was off the grid camping, so I actually didn't see it. Congrats to the UVA faithful. I've heard a lot of people say that they're going to win this game because the ACC gives the ACC a better chance to get a team in the playoff. Fuck that. The ACC way is that you have the team that is lower ranked win the game, create more mayhem, and maybe shoot yourself in the dick. Duke wins. They're the better team. Colby knows that.
I do know that. I think they just played recently and Virginia stuck it to them. This is a revenge game. I like taking
real quick. Colby's not allowed to make a pick. He's going to be calling this game. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's yeah.
I always love those guys.
Sorry, Bob. I'm gonna be working.
I'm working this game, so I can't do it. Sorry, Colby.
Someone might be upset that I'm rooting against their team.
I'm all over Duke, man. I think Duke's the play. I think, Virginia had only beaten Virginia Tech once in the past 20 years, and they got a second time. I mean, come on, that right there, and then it's in Charlotte. This is, a Duke crowd. And here's the one thing too: is this is gonna fuck up everybody. They're gonna put Duke in the playoffs because they're corrupt. They got to put the power conference there. Don't wake up. You already woke up the BYU money. You woke up the SMU money. Don't wake up Duke football money. They've already started to come around a little bit. You let them get in the playoffs. They got a talented team. They got one of the better quarterbacks in college football. Hey, I'm just saying, everyone's talked a lot of shit. They could be a dangerous team to face. I'll say that. They could be a dangerous team to face based on some of the players on this roster. Duke wins against the Wahoos. Watch out. You might be waking up a lot of money there in Durham.
Well, yeah, all these Southern schools have got it's. I mean, Virginia Tech's a poor school relative to a lot of these schools, and Virginia Tech just pulled 300 mil out of their back pocket. Like they when they want to go, there's gonna be a turbo button hit, and hopefully we don't find out they have connections to a list that may get released recently. I saw a college football account suggesting there could be ties to University of Virginia, allegedly, of course.
Yeah, I'll go Duke here, catching the points. This is going to be an interesting game. Colby's obviously going to be there live.
They're calling for rain, by the way.
Yeah, sloppy game, field goal game.
We're basically getting weather in every
no, it's going to be fun.
Most of the games this weekend, which is going to be pretty excellent.
Yeah, give me Duke.
Surprised you had that take.
What's that?
That you like weather and football. I thought you liked it indoors. I thought, aren't you hosting the Arena Football Podcast next year?
No, I like indoor and outdoor football.
The Arena Football League literally did have a game at a shopping mall. It was pretty funny.
It's like their championship.
This is like a year ago. Yeah.
Do you want to see Santa Claus or do you want to catch the Iowa Barnstormers?
Guy blew out his knee going head first into a wishing well.
It was pretty funny just seeing like people walking by, going down to get some Wetzel's pretzels.
Yeah.
Swing by the arena.
They were like hanging over the balcony looking down.
It was
so what the fuck's going on here? What the fuck's going on here?
We expect a large attendance here as soon as they're done over at the Orange Julius.
Imagine you're like a mom with 2 young children taking them to the mall to deal with some bullshit.
That's a disaster. That's a disaster.
You get blasted by a linebacker going over the wall. I mean, that's good stuff. For some reason, the last game here on Saturday at 7 p.m. on the West Coast is a game between Rhode Island and UC Davis. Davis is laying 6.5. 55.5 is the total. That's a long road trip for Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah. Davis is the play. Tim Plow. He's gonna plow right through these Rams. That's too far of a road trip. Davis in the Big Sky Conference, which is much better than the CAA. Rhode Island struggled with Central Connecticut State last week, kind of a rivalry game. They got out of it, but going cross country, Davis is the play. It also alarmed me that I forgot to give you guys
we don't have a slide.
Ball Yale, game. Montana State.
Yeah, Yale with the greatest comeback, Frank Wright style last week against Youngstown State at the Icebox.
Montana State.
Yeah. Montana State's going to smash them there. But what are you guys doing with this Davis game?
Yeah, Davis or pass for me, but I'll go UC Davis and the Aggies. Gig 'em
all over the place with their slides.
Kramer, you have ties to the Rhode Island outfit.
No, thank you.
I assume you want to take Rhode Island here.
Absolutely not. That's a basketball school. Give me UC Davis.
Kramer, I sent you a video from the Arena Bowl championship in the mall. We have to watch just a little bit of this.
I mean, pretty wild to think that the big venue. Oh, what is this? All right. Oh my God, it looks so unsafe. Here, let me get this bigger.
Jump around because you might. Hopefully, they have some wide shots of.
Yeah. I'll let me just get it on the screen first. Oops.
yeah.
Right, here we go.
This is the Arena Bowl championship in a shopping mall.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's overly long.
That's SoFi.
I mean, look at the suites on the second level.
It's Albany and Billings, Colby. Come on.
And we actually watched this game.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where someone got tackled and like the grass, like the carpet, like got rolled up a little bit.
Oh, we got a guy vacuuming. He's gonna.
Pretty solid attendance.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they came for the game. They were there and said, "What the fuck's going on?"
No,
right?
They had to buy one, get one at the wall.
Like these guys up here, these are dudes who went to the mall with their family and are like, okay, I'll hang out over here for a little bit.
I'll watch a little.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if your wife or kids are dragging you to a mall and there's a football game, it could be worse.
Yeah, here's
you
the plan.
you got me there. I will say, yeah, that is more appealing than shopping.
Send the wife some Apple Cash and say, "Honey, I'm dealing with some stomach issues."
This is the slam ball
league game.
This is the slam ball of football.
Yes.
Is that fair? That's fair, right?
I thought when the first attempt at the Arena League was actually like going to a couple games. It was fairly electric.
Did you go to an LA Kiss game?
What? I feel like I went to a game with Sean. We sat maybe even in a suite.
It wasn't Kiss, but it was the LA Arena team. There was
The
a guy
Avengers?
named like
The Avengers?
LA Avengers sounds correct.
I went to an LA Kiss game.
Of course you did, because it happened first. It was older.
No, I think the Avengers were first.
Oh,
I think Quimby was the quarterback because he kept making fun of his name. Oh no. Oh wow, this is great.
Oh, you're right, Colby. That was 2013 to 2016.
So this is the Los Angeles Avengers, and the quarterback's name was Sony Cumbie.
Yep,
and it was Cumbie, and we kept making fun of him the entire time.
Right out of college.
He's the head coach at Louisiana Tech.
Sony,
He's a Mike Leach guy. He's a Mike Leach quarterback too. Yeah.
That was the whole Arena League, was just air raid guys. I feel like.
Well,
wow.
The reason why I
let's
went
come full circle
is Gene Simmons owned the LA Kiss, right?
Yes.
And he would do, and I bartended downtown, and they had a great happy hour. So if you pay like $10 for a ticket, you would get like with the ticket, you'd get like 4 beers, and like it was just so you would just go just because it was like, man, you get, I think it was 4, it was like something crazy. It was like 2 margaritas, 2 beers for a $10 ticket. And you're like, okay, I mean, well, let's go, let's stop by there. Todd Maranovich was the quarterback, and he was like 40
really?
at the time. It was fantastic.
Legend.
You know who was a badass Arena League and other indoor football league star? Former Virginia Tech quarterback Brian Randall. I feel like he won like an Arena League MVP or something like that. All right. Any other Arena League?
Any other mall football?
No.
All right.
Let's go. Colby, 3 locks, a dog, and a tease. What do you got?
We will lock up. Let's go with let's go. I think Western Michigan's gonna win. I'm gonna lay the 1.5 as one of the locks there against Miami, Ohio with the 3rd string quarterback. I will also lock up Boise State -4 against UNLV.
Okay.
And the 3rd lock, let's go with. They're probably gonna be my dog. Let's go with the Prairie View +7.5.
Okay.
The
I
dog
know it was coming at some point.
The dog is what can I get my clientele the most value on? I'm on a lot of favorites, huh? No, give me no. Let's go Duke Blue Devils money line. That's the play. Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
And a tease.
Tease, we're gonna take BYU up to 18.5.
Okay.
We will take Boise to +2.
Teasing through 0.
We will take let's go.
The people want an FCS team in the teaser.
They usually don't allow you to tease FCS.
Yeah.
But I will allow Colby to tease FCS.
No, let's go Indiana +10.
Okay.
Well, that's a fairly intelligent tease.
All right. For me, give me let's see. Well, lock number 1, obviously the Engineers of Lehigh. Lock it up. Fuck Villanova. Lock number 2, Indiana. Be a shame if I jinx this Indiana team by taking them +4. Would hate to see that. Next up. Oh, this is
I was told to. I forgot. I was told that if you tried to take Indiana, I was supposed to stop.
No, good luck. Another lock.
Right, I tried.
Montana at home in Mizzou, laying the 1.5. My dog. Who is Tarleton State to be laying 6.5? I'll speak for everyone. Give me North Dakota on the money line.
Let's go Fighting Sioux.
My tees. Give me a Troy up to 29. Give me UNLV up to 10. And give me UC Davis as a -0.5. Kramer?
Quote, tell Sean, don't fucking pick Hoosiers. Not allowed. If he does, tell him no. I guess I tried.
Yeah, you did.
Lock number 1. I'm with Colby. It's crazy. This UNLV thing is crazy. Give me Boise on the Smurf turf. Lock number 2. Don't worry, I'll stick to games that you're actually going to watch this weekend. I almost Montana -1.5. I guess that's kind of a lie.
Oh, you stole my Montana line?
I like the Montana.
of all, I thought that was my cool pick, and you had to steal.
Well, you don't fade Montana in Missoula. That's something Colby has taught us.
Yeah, come on.
Lock number 3, Duke +3.5. This is going to be a close game. Dog Indiana, very easy. Tease. I think we're going to take Mercer down to a -0.5. No, I'm just kidding. I'll stick to the games you can actually tease too. Texas Tech -6.5. Tulane 8.5. JMU -17.
There you go.
A lot of key numbers there.
Any parlays interest anyone?
On Friday, well, let's focus on the Friday slate. Sean will be paper ticket hunting.
Okay. Tulane, UNLV, both on the money line. Tulane, Troy money line.
I was thinking
that's fun.
I was thinking Jacksonville State, Tulane money line parlay.
Colby's not on that one though.
Oh,
We have differences in all the games except Tulane, right?
Yeah, me and Colby are gonna just do Boise State, Tulane. I might just make it a mega bet on Boise State that night. So
watch out, Ryan. Rebels.
A dome team from Las Vegas.
Yep. In
Boise, Idaho. You didn't even bring up the elevation because it wasn't convenient for your handicap.
What about keep it simple? Indiana Duke money line parlay.
That works. Okay. The basketball school parlay.
There you go. A decent price too. Hey, good times as always. Again, promo code holiday, 25% off everything in the merch store. Look at that. Get yourself a nice Stein. You or your loved ones. Think how happy your friend or family member would be unwrapping a sweet ass Stein. The Steins are great. The hoodies, awesome. 25% off everything. It ends the end of the week, so get in while you can. The DJ and University hats. Of course, check out the College Experience wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be back tomorrow night here live on YouTube, Spotify, breaking down the Week 14 NFL slate. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
The grizzly bear can run between 35 and 40 miles per hour. Usain Bolt, his top speed 27.8.
So I don't camp with Usain Bolt. Kramer, let it ride.
I'm wet. I want better fucking execution.